I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Hi all, we'll start the session at 11:35. We are waiting
Hello
for
everyone. I believe I'm audible. A very good morning to all of you, all the dignitary faculty members, those who have joined here today. We are going to start the session at 11:35 a.m. sharp. We're waiting for some more faculty members and change makers to join, and then we'll start at 11:35. Thank you so much. Again, a very good morning to all the faculty members. We are going to start with the second session of FTP organized by Vishleshan. I have IIT Patna. I'm Aman Singhal. I'm alumni of IIT Kanpur, and I will be your overall host for the next 4 weeks. I believe the first session was interactive, and we have learned something that how we can utilize AI in our day-to-day activities. Can you give me a little bit on the chat that how was your experience on from the day one? I open the chat for all the faculty members. Can you please tell me on the chat that how was the experience? And today we are having another industry mentor, another guest faculty today here, who is in the industry for the last 8 years, Mr. Varun, but who is a software engineer and educator with a strong industry and academic credentials, including an MTech from IIIT Hyderabad and experience at organizations like EA Sports. He himself has been a tutor. He has trained over 7,000 learners, led workshops on advanced data structures, artificial intelligence, system design, and most recently, generative AI. His current focus is on AI, ML, and generative AI, drawing from the real-world use cases to build practical, future-ready learning experience. In this today's lecture, he is going to offer industry aligned insights, which is going to help you integrate modern AI concepts into teaching, bridge the gap between theory and application. So, without any further ado, we are pleased to welcome Mr. Varun. Varun, over to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Aman. Okay, so hi everyone. How are you all? Okay, everyone is good. Okay, so just want to know, like, uh, since this is an session on, you can say that like on AI, and I just want to know, like, on in your field, like in your subjects, like because there are, you can say that 1,300, uh, uh, like you can say that people are in the call. So I want to understand like how, where are actually you are using this AI thing. Okay. And when I'm talking about like even if you're from like any field, but the main point here is not like we will be focusing on any one particular field, but the main one very important thing is that the one purpose of AI is it's something like it will help you to make your work faster. So that's why I want to understand, like, as a teacher or like as a, you can say that like it could be any role, but where are actually you are using it and how you are using it. You can put on the chat. Okay. Okay. In drafting blueprint of projects. Nice. Email drafting, assessment tools, class lecture, PPT, research. Okay. Presentation, teaching, quizzes. Okay. Okay. Training, content writing. Okay, so yeah, that's actually a lot. Everyone is actually using it very rigorously. So, like, good to see that. So, guys, one thing I want to tell you is like in today's session, what I'll do is, first of all, I'll just share my screen and let me share. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Is it visible? Okay, so welcome you all like in this session, and this is the session two, and where we'll be discussing about about how we can use this AI thing in creation of like you already know that how to create content, but like I'll be giving you a little bit demonstration. But the main one very important point is like how to improve it like for the presentation. Okay, suppose when you are actually creating suppose if you have the content and that content is actually in the form of you can say that in a very layman text format, okay, but you want to improve the quality of it, okay, you want to improve the quality of it, then how can you do about it also, like how you can create the like interactive slides using AI. Okay, what are those tools which we can use rigorously? Okay, so guys, like if you go outside you will find a lot of tools. There are actually a lot of tools which can help you to like do all this kind of stuff, but like the one very important like, guys, one very important thing is, but you do not need to focus on everything. Okay, it's something like if you're good with one or two tools, like that is fine. It's something like that like suppose you want to buy a mutual fund or share, so like that there are many people, many companies are there, or is it just that you will go to every company, every person, and you will buy that like their mutual fund and all? No, right? It's something like first what you used to do is you used to believe that okay, which is good, which is going good in the market, and which are actually people are using rigorously, and which companies are actually releasing a feature very actively. And based on that, like you will find that okay, now you also want to learn that skill. Like, am I right? Or is it that like you want to learn everything? You want to buy every basically you can say that share, or you want to buy every mutual fund? Like, is it that? Is it like it? Okay, relevant ones, right? So that is like something which is very important, which you need to understand. You should not focus on, even though there are like many AI tools, okay, because you will be spending your time, right? You will be giving your time. So time is also one of the very precious thing. And the one thing is like if you spend like if you become good at like one or two tools, then you can say that you can say that it will help you in increasing your efficiency, okay, in your work. So, I just want to tell you that I need to, because since here in this session, there are people from different backgrounds. So, what I'll be doing is I will be taking an example of like from the, you can say that just take it as a reference. Okay. I'll be taking an example of Python. Okay. And that documents, I will be like helping you to taught you that how to use that tool. Got it? And one very important thing is after doing like if like after I have attempted that task, then I'll be giving you the same task to do that part. Okay. So that like when this session will end, you will like you it's something like it's not like you have just watched it like a Ramayana. Okay. Or any like you can say that any kind of a series episodes. It's not like that. You need to be actively participate, and you also need to do the task during the session. Okay, so guys, that is the one very important thing. Now, the next part is like we'll be focusing on two tools which are very important, and those two tools are like one is Canva and another is like Gamma. Okay, so these two tools we will be focusing on a lot, and through which we will be generating the content. Like you can say that learning the tools, like how we can you can say that beautify our content. Okay, got it, everyone? Okay, so now 1 second, let me just opening the. Okay, so now I just want to share, I just want to share my screen. Like, I just want to share something with you. So this is I will be using as an example. Okay, so this is like a Gamma app, and now you can see that like here how the you can say that presentation has been created. Okay, now you can see the quality, even though images are also created on its own. And guys, please do not feel that, oh, this is this is not from my field. We are not focusing on programming here. Our focus is not on the programming here. Our focus is on like if we have a content, then how we can put it in a proper structure. Got it? So that is the thing. Now you can see the output of this thing. And I just want to show you the content also. So if I just show you the content, so you can see that this was the content. This was the content which like actually got converted into this format. And it just have did it in just, you can say that like in few minutes. But now the point here is like how we can do it, how we can improvise it. It is just that now you need to understand one thing, guys. Like it is not just about like you're saying that like you uploaded your content and now AI will do everything for you. Okay, it's not like that. You should know that how to use it. And it might be possible that it will not improvise in first iteration, but in few iteration you will see that like the result will get, you can say that you will see kind of a result in your work. Okay. And remember one thing, the main point here is like it is actually reducing your time. The work which you will be which you might be doing in, you can say that 2 to 3 days, here you are just doing in 1 or 2 hours. Okay. But remember one thing, you need to spend time. Okay. It's not like that it's like a genie. You just give your wish and everything will gone. Like everything will happen. Okay. Got it? Now, before that, I just want to show you one example. Like, guys, do you know about prompt engineering? Do you know? I think you have learned about prompt engineering in the last session. Okay. Some students are saying they have done it. Some are saying they haven't. Okay, give me a second. I'm looking for a like I have like one best example for it. I just want to show you. Give me a second. One second. Just showing you that example. Okay, so I'm just giving you a in a very short like about this prompt engineering thing. Okay, so now guys, like if I ask you like what is the prompt engineering? So do you know that what is the prompt engineering? So basically, guys, what happened? Like if you want to ask anything to the AI, okay, suppose if I'm taking an example of Chat GPT, then you need to give the whole context, okay, and then only you can say that like you need to process your text in a format so that AI will understand. Like if I give you an example, okay, now suppose you went to your friend, and now what you did is you ask your friend that like my life is not going good, okay. Now what happened? Now your friend will ask why. Okay, now your friend will ask why it is not going good. So now whether like now you need to give the explanation for it. Okay, it might be like some personal reason or family reason, whatever it is. But whether it will happen that you will start telling him the childhood stories of him, like of yours, and you're saying that okay, now I'll start with the from like when I was 1 year old, then you will be telling the story when you will be 2 year old, and 3 year old, 4 year old, and so on. Is it that you will be telling all that stuff to him? Or is it that you will be telling him like all the college stuff? And so guys, basically one very important thing is like whenever you are telling something to your friend and you're saying when you started with that sentence that I'm not happy, and when your friend is asking you like the why, so basically then you will be telling your specific part of your life. It's not like you will be telling everything to it. Otherwise your friend will get confused. So now It's something like, I just want to give you an example. Like, can you guess what is it? Can you guess what is it? What is this? Okay, some are saying wrong. Twitter, symbol, cross. Okay, no, no entry, delete. Okay. So basically, everyone is actually giving me some different meanings to it. Okay. Now, guys, what happened? Like, some are actually saying this is an alphabet. Some are actually saying this is a multiplication. Some are saying this is a, like you can say that Roman numeral. It can have multiple meanings, right? It can have multiple meanings. Yes, I have just given three, but there could be like a lot of multiple meanings which you can think of. Now I'm just telling you this X. Now you will not understand anything. Everyone will give some, like, have some their own interpretation. Now what if I with this X, suppose with this X, if I add YZ, now you will say that yeah, this is an alphabet X. Now if I add two lines with this X, now you will say that this is Roman X. And if I add like numbers, like you can say that before and after, then you can say that like this is a multiplication X, right? Am I right? Then you will say that this is a multiplication X. So what happened here? What, like, I have actually added all this thing. Like, what happened here? You were previously, you were confused with a lot of things. Now here I have added all this stuff. So what happened here? It's just that I have added a extra information. I have added an extra information, and through which it helps you to understand. So this is something known as, so you can say that each one have the some meaning, but what change here? So these are actually called context. These are actually called context. And when you are giving the context, then basically, yeah, CTRL, okay, which you have learned in the last session. So basically, when you give the context, and based on that, what happen, like you will get a response on it. Now, understand one thing. If you have a like if there is a better the context, more clearer the communication. Okay, getting my point? What I'm saying? So basically, when you're talking about AI, like when I'm talking about prompt engineering, it is just all about giving a context. And if you given the right context to the AI, you will get an like right output. Okay. So now let's do one thing. What I'll be doing is I'll be taking some since I'm from the, you can say that from the programming domain, what I'll do is I'll just show you how can I use this thing. Okay. Now what I'll do is now you can see that like this is a content like which I have actually created. So before that, what I'll do is I'll just come to the GPT, and here what I'll do is I'll try to generate some content. Okay, I'll try to generate some content. Suppose I need to take a session. मुझे एक सेशन लेना है suppose, and suppose the topic is like from my domain, that is Python. Then how I'll be writing a prompt. Okay, how I'll be writing a prompt. So basically what I need to do is, yeah, the session is already recording. Okay. So basically what I'll do is I'll just start writing the prompt here. Okay. Act as a Python expert. So basically what I have done here is I have actually given a role. You can say that I have given a role to the AI that you need to be a, because you know that now right now AI can take AI can take any kind of an understanding that I like suppose if I'm asking some question to it, it can get confused. So just to give him the clarity, what I'm doing is I'm just telling him that okay, you are a like a Python expert. Okay. And you can say that Python expert, and your goal is to create the lecture content for the topic. And suppose if I'm giving the topic as conditional, so this is one of the topic in Python. Okay, so like don't worry, like if you don't know it, we do not care about anything about Python. Okay, here it is just that we are learning something, because कोई तो example लेना होगा ना मुझे, at least I have to take some example ना. So I'm just using this one. I'm just using the following the Python example to help you make you understand this thing. Okay, suppose if I'm saying that like conditional statement in Python. Okay, conditional statement Python. And now here I'm saying that your goal is to lecture content. So, and I'm also telling him that the lecture content should contain basically contain all the subtopics with their explanation in simple format with with code examples. Each subtopic should have multiple code examples. Okay, so this is, I'm just giving it, okay, how my content should look like and everything. Okay, so now suppose if I'm generating and I'm an instructor. So here I'm just saying that, like, just to give the context, I am the instructor, and I will be taking this session. I will be taking this session of 1.5 hour. Therefore, generate accordingly. Therefore, create the whole lecture accordingly. So basically, what I'm doing is I'm just giving the context. Okay, who I am. Okay, what I'll be doing. I'll be taking the session, and what are the things which I want is I want like these are the topic what I'll want to create it, and everything like I have given in this prompt. Okay, now what I'll do is if I just generate it, now what it will do is it will actually create the content for me. Okay, can you see this? The content has been generated. Okay, yeah, right. So one is like one response, I can see one message, and is that like I can also do this thing, like this is a good point. Okay, so the good point is I can also say that like my audience is, who will be my audience? So my audience is college students uh, of like beginner level. You can say that beginner level of no coding background. This is, I can also give it, like who is actually my audience. So this is just to give the context. Okay, so now here in this case what I can do is I can generate it again. So accordingly you can see that like how it actually distributed in this way, and this is the way how actually I'm generating the content. Now, guys, one very important thing is like, even though it has actually given me the content, but one very important thing is like, I also want that like it needs some modification. Okay. So basically, if I just see the content, if I'm feeling that, okay, some like, and you can say that you can also go to the previous prompt, and now you can see that this was the generated from the previous one. And like, if I come to the next one, so this is actually generated in the next one. So this is the whole content. Okay. Now, what I want is like, I want that like this definition should also get elaborated. Okay. What I want is I want some few changes in this one. And what is the change which I want is like all this definition should also get elaborated. So, one update, one change, you can say that one update I want with each sub topic, or you can say that with each topic, put a brief explanation of that topic with a analogy. Okay. So now what I'm doing is like, it will again actually update the content. So accordingly, you can see that it has added the explanation and analogy. Can you see this? It has updated the like all the example, analogy, and everything here. Now what I'll do is, now since you can see that like here I got something like this, and now I want more update in this one. I want more update in this one. Okay. And first of all, I'm again saying, do not worry about like even if it is Python, whatever it is a content. I might have also told about like some geography and all, geography content or history content. Okay, it doesn't matter. The matter here is like how the formatting is happening. Okay. Now next thing which I want is like I also want to add some student practice examples. Okay. Okay. So one update I want, after each topic, add one question, add one coding question, one code question, which I will be giving to students in class. Okay. Add one code question after each topic. Sorry, I have already added it. After each topic, add one code question, which I'll be giving to student. You can say that during the session. I can say that during the session. Now what I'll do is, suppose if I'm actually again updating it, now you can see that like what will happen. Student question has been added. Student question has been added. And now you can say that in this format, my content has been created. Okay, so suppose even if you want to, okay, if even if you want to, so you can say that like uh, one question I got is, what if I need to change a particular subtopic and not applicable to like to whole? Okay, what I want to convert, just you are saying that I want to change one specific topic only. So basically, in that case, you can say that like the canvas feature is very good. Okay. So give the above content in canvas. So basically, canvas is like a feature of, you can say that is a GPT. So if I just, now you can see that this is actually getting generated in Canvas. I'll explain you, don't worry. What is Canvas? So the best part of what is this feature of Canvas is all about? So I'll explain you. So basically, here you can see that the same content has been created in the Canvas. Okay. Now what I can do here is, in this Canvas. So let it generate everything. Then I'll explain you. Okay, so now it is actually generated. Now, what I can do here is, you can see that like suppose if you want to change the specific part of this thing, like suppose you do not want to change everything, you only want to change a specific part, and suppose that specific part is like you can say that this one. Okay, now what you can do is you can select that part, you can write ask ChatGPT, and you can basically just put the statement what change you want for that. Okay, what change you want. Okay, कोई बात नहीं, we'll go step by step, step 1, step 2, step 3, like in a step by step manner. Okay, then I'll like you will get your answer. So here suppose if I'm saying that like after selecting this part, that I want this explanation to be more brief, to be more brief. And now suppose if I press enter, so what will happen? Now you can see that like this part, only that part will get, you can say that updated. Where is that part? I think that is one. Okay, so I'll explain this part again. So I'll just remember that which part I'm updating. So you can see that like suppose if I want to update only this part, I do not want to change anything from the content. Everything is going good. Okay, now what I'll do is I'm saying that execute a block of code only if the condition is true. Okay, so you can say that suppose after this, suppose if I'm putting a prompt here, so I've selected it. I clicked on Ask ChatGPT, and now I'm saying that okay, now give 2 line of explanation. Suppose Now here, if I just create it, now you can see that only this line has been updated. Can you see this? Even though it unable to update in two lines, but ठीक है, but you can see that like this is the thing happened, right? Because I haven't added much in my prompt. So you can see that only this line has been updated. Got it? Understood this part? Even though I can also do this thing for this one. Like suppose if I'm selecting this part, okay. Second. Use different code example. ठीक है. Now suppose if I'm saying use different code example. Now you can see that something has been changed here. Can you see that like this part of the code has been changed here? So basically the main point here is the main point, even though like the one thing is like these two example got separated, but one very important thing is like I am only changing that specific part which I want to change. ठीक है, इतना तो आया ना समझ में? Okay, so now here after doing this, what I'll do now, here I got my content, everything is here. Now what I'll do is you can just come to the top of it and you can just copy this part. And if you just click on this copy part, what will happen? If you click on this copy part, the whole content will get copied. Now I'll just come to the like this document. Okay, I'm just come to this document. Now suppose if I am just like guys, this is like a Notion tool. Okay, and you can use Google Docs also. It doesn't matter. This is a Notion doc, and you can say that Notion application where I can create pages like Google Docs only, but it is something like more interactive. Okay, and here you can see that suppose if I want to create a page, I'll just click on / page, and here I can paste all my content, which whatever I have copied from there. जो भी मैंने वहां से कॉपी किया, whatever I have copied from here, so copied it and I pasted here. So now this is my session on Python conditional statements. Okay, Python conditional statements. Yeah, statements. Got it? Like let's not do the PhD on Notion. Okay, we are here to learn AI. So I would say that you can after the session you can go to notion.so, you can see that, but it is just like a Google Docs only. But Google Docs अगर पुराने जमाने का है, बाबा आदम के जमाने का, तो now you can say that Notion is like from new time. It is something like you can also copy paste your content there also in Google Docs. That will do the same job. Okay, so that is something we have. Now we have all this content. Okay, and everything is here. Now what I'll do is I'll just, so this is my lecture outline. Now guys, what I want to do is now I'll go to the new tool. I told you already that I will be discussing these two tools. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's try to improvise it more. Okay, let's try to improvise it more. Now what I'll do is I'll go to the Canva. I'll go to Canva. Okay. So now here I went to Canva. So how many of you already aware of Canva? Little, yes. Okay. Whenever you do not know anything, now always go to ChatGPT and ask that, what is Canva? Okay. This is a simplistic way how you can get to know things. What is Canva in simple? What is Canva app in simple? So you need to write complete thing, Canva app. And do not confuse it with Canvas of ChatGPT. Okay, so basically Canva is a free, easy to use design app. So you can say that like here you can create your designs. Here you can record your videos. You can basically add styles into it. So a lot of things are there. You can create presentation and all. Okay, so one very important thing, like in a simple term, I would say, आप बाबा आदम के जमाने का जो गूगल प्रेजेंटेशन है, like the slides, okay, So that is of old times, but even though it is updated very well, but Canva is actually of you can say it is creating designs, posters, advertisement, notes, like a lot of features are there which you can do with Canva, and the styles, and because it has actually you can see that a lot of features it has. But we'll not do PhD on it. Okay, हम PhD नहीं करेंगे इसमें. We'll only learn only that specific part which we want to use, which we'll be going to use, right? Right? Will not be doing PhD. Let's take a oath. Will not do the PhD. Will only be going to learn. Yeah, Canva has a free version. There are a lot of things which you can do it freely. Okay, don't worry. But but for pro feature, there are some external features there. Now, what I'll do is you can see that like here we have a create a doc. Okay, can you see that like there is a doc? Now, if I click on this doc, what will happen? So this is something known as Canva Docs, right? Likewise, you have Google Docs. Similarly, in Canva, we have you can say that like Canva Docs. Okay, and it has also a lot of features like creating headings and all of that part. Got it? So now you can see that like here you can add your content. Okay, you can add your content, all this thing. Now, what I will do is, you can see that like here I have actually copied my content, my whole content here in this one. So what I'll do is I'll copy everything. Okay, I'll copy everything and I'll go to the doc here and now I'll paste it. Okay, now you can see that everything has been pasted here. Got it? Everything I have actually pasted it here. Now, what I'll do is, now you can see that now what I need to do is I need to improvise this content, okay? And I need to add like extra things into it. It's not like just I have generated the, because you need to understand one thing, whatever GPT has been given me, it is just given me the raw content. And now what I need to do is I need to add more features into it so that which I can use as a presentation also, okay? Which I can use presentation also later. So now what I'll do is, suppose here you can see that like this, I have actually copied everything in my Canva docs. Now what I'll do is I'll show you small features of it, okay, which will help you in understanding it and which you can use it later. ठीक है, हो सकता है, it might be possible that you will not understand everything in this session, but don't worry, it's just that you need to learn by bit by bit, okay? And that's why, and we'll not be learning everything here, we'll learn be only those things which you will be using a lot. Now, here you can see that here I've copied into my Canva. Now, if I come to my design, and now you can see that if I type here class notes, okay, so you can see that like something like this has been come up on my screen. Now, what I can do is I can drag it. So basically in the design, there are a lot of designs available on Canva. So if you just go to this design button, it will like whatever you want, whatever the banner, whatever kind of thing you want, you can get it here. Okay. And also there are some templates which you can access. But right now we do not distract ourselves. We'll be focusing on our key thing only. So what I'll do is drag this class notes here. Okay. I'll drag my class notes here. And whenever you need anything, suppose you need a thank you message, you need a thank you. So you can get a basically kind of thank you here also, like here in the elements. Okay. The main point is like there are a lot of designs, everything is actually available here, which you can use it. You do not need to go to Google Images and search for that particular images and put it onto your slide. Most of the things, photos, images are available here, which are free. Okay. Now what I'll do is you can just, if I come to this place, now if I right click on it, and you can see that there is something which is known as set as banner. So if I click on it, so you can see that it is actually acting as a banner right now. Okay. Now what I'll do is here, if I click here in this part, so guys, we'll be learning only those features while I will be using it. Okay. So do not worry कि अरे ये क्या है, ये क्या है, सारी चीजें क्या है. ठीक है, समंदर में कूदना नहीं सीधा. Don't worry, I'm just like telling you everything like in a step-by-step manner. Okay. So you just only need to focus on those parts. You know the 80-20 rule, right? You know the 80-20 rule, right? 80% of the time, the clothes which are present in your closet, we use it 20, you can say that 20% of your clothes which are present in your closet, we use it 80% of the time. Okay. So 20% of the things which are present in your house, you use it 80% of the time. So 80-20 rule. Okay. So even though you know a lot of skills, but you know that there are 20% of the skills are only there, which you use 80% of the time. So we are only focusing on that 80-20 thing. Okay. We do not focus on that 100% thing. Now what I did is what I just did it. I actually go to design, I search class notes, I got it, and I just use this template. Now after that, what I'll do is if I click on this class notes and you can see a edit button. Can you see this edit button? Now, if I click on this edit button, what happens? Now, I can edit it. Okay. So basically what happens, you can see that like there is a class note. So I can write it Python conditional statement session, conditional statements. Okay. So this is the name of the session. So what I can do is here you can see that I have a same Google Doc like feature here through which I can decrease the size. So I can just decrease the size here in this one. Okay. And I can also like move it like in different direction. I can also increase the size of it. So all these things are actually possible. Okay. So you can see that like this is my session title has been created. Now what I can do is I can also go to elements, and if I want any picture, I can also use it. Okay. So yeah, you can access a lot of things like in a free version, so don't worry. Okay, but there are few things which you cannot, but a lot of things are available. So you can see that here I got a Python sign. So this is the sign of Python. So what I'm doing is intentionally I'm putting it here. It's something like when you will keep on doing it, so your creativity come on, like you can say that like you will be able to implement it. Like it's something like when you're doing it. Okay, do not think ki, okay, arey yaar, like he will be able to do it very easily, why we are not. It's something like that, but don't worry about it. It's something like when you will be using that tool regularly, things will become easy for you. Okay. For example, making rotis is very tough for me. Okay, because I'm not practiced to it. Every time it become a polygon, or you can say that triangle or hexagon, but it never a circle. Okay, so guys, you can realize this thing, it is just because of that practice which is there. And if I practice regularly, definitely I can achieve that goal. But now you can see that like this is something I have like put a Python sign, and I can also add some colors to it. Okay, I can also add some colors to it. So you can see that if there is a green, so I can also put like a different color into it. And here I can also add a different color to it. So all this thing you can see that like is all possible here. Okay, so you can see that like. Hmm. So you can see this is how I've done it. So basically the main point here is like I have actually added it, all this thing. Okay. Now I'll save it. So basically I created my content. Okay. Now after that, now you can see that here my conditional statements. Now here what I'll do is I'll keep it at the top. Okay. Now guys, you can see that like there are multiple AI features which are present in Canva, which we will be using to improvise our content. Okay. So how we will be going to use it? So first I want to show you some features. So this I have actually added the banner. Okay. You can also add the styles to it. Okay. You can also add styles to it, like what kind of a font you want, what kind of a font you want. So if you want this one, so you can also get it this one. So it's totally up to you, whatever kind of font you want. So I'm just saving it. Now, after that, I just want to tell you, like, this is my lecture content. Now, what I want to do is I want to break it into the pages. I want to break it into the pages. So now for that, what I will do is, so this is my index page. So you can see that like this is my lecture outline. So what I can do is I can write a heading here, and in the heading, I can put this. I can write a heading here. I can put a lecture outline here. So this is the way. So I have added the lecture outline here. So now what I want is, after that, I want a page break. I want that like this should be in a separate page. So you can see that there is a plus sign. If I write page break here, so I can break the pages. Okay, so you can see that the first page has been done. Now, similarly, what I can do is I can come to the next part. Okay, so here, this is, I want that it should be in another page. And suppose if I want to break it, I'll just type page break. And if I just select it, so page has been break here. Now again, so I'm just doing the restructuring here. Okay, so I will be giving a question to the student. I'm just doing a page break again. So you can see this, and student question will keep it separately in a separate page. Okay, and now here, what I'll do is I'll keep it in a separate page break. And now after going to this one, I'll again keep it in a separate page. And so basically there are a lot of things which I can do here. Okay, so for now, what I'll do is I'll remove some of the content. Okay. So 1 second, I'll just do the page break. Okay. And after do this, I will also do a page break. And this is, I have done it. Now what I'll do is I'll just, suppose for now, if I just remove everything here, and also the concluding part I want to put in separate page. So now you can see that like this is how I have done it. Now what I want to do is I want to improve my content. So you can see that here, like some content is actually not in a very structured manner. Okay, so what you can do is you can basically select everything. Okay, you can use the feature of magic write. Okay, so this is an AI feature. This is an AI feature. So if you click on it, so you can see that you will get a lot of options here. If you want to rewrite it, if you want to fix spelling, if you want to continue writing, if you want to it more fun, and if you want to put a custom prompt. Okay, if you want to custom prompt. So suppose if I'm saying that structure it or format it. Now you can see that like here I'm getting the content, and if I want to replace it, so I can replace it here. So you can see that like this will get replaced in this manner. Now it will get more structured. Now if I come to the next place, now what I can do is I can select everything and I can just click on this magic rewrite, and I can just click on this rewrite thing. Automatically what will happen? You can see that all this content will get created, and if I click on replace, so you can see that my content has been done. Now this is my student question. Okay, I want to keep it in my heading. So I will just write, because that is the, when this page will come, I will ask the student to I will ask the student to solve this thing. Okay. So now you can see that student question. Now the next thing I have is like this one. So again, what I'll do is, so first of all, I'll restructure it. I'll just say rewrite it. This is not in a very structured manner. Okay, now you can see that check if a given number is this one or not. So what I can do is I can put it in a proper manner. So what I can do is I can just say that custom prompt, add proper problem statement description. Okay, now what I'll do is, suppose if I'm doing it, so you can see that like here it has given me. So this was the thing which I can ask to student, and what he can do is like he can give me the. Okay, so this is my example, this is my input, this is my output. So like we are not focusing on much on the content, but the main point here is what I'm showing you here is like how we can basically format our content here. Now here you can see that like if I have something like this, I can just do this thing. and I can say that like just rewrite everything. Now you can see that my content has getting formatted. I can replace it. Now you can see that like this is ready. Okay. And yeah, this is fine. This is fine. So I can do the same thing for it. Say rewrite. If you want to add a mathematical equation to it, so I think you can add, you can give in a prompt. Okay. We need to check like whether we have something known as mathematical equation. We need to search for it. One second. Suppose if I'm saying that, one second, it is actually taking the same reference of the above content. So suppose if I'm saying add a mathematical equation of suppose sine square theta plus cos square theta to 1. So you can see that like here using this, if you give a text, what happened here? I'm just trying out, okay? Equation y equals to mx plus c with proof. Okay, suppose if I'm copying it also. Yeah, something is actually going not well in the formatting. Okay, something is not going well here. Need to check like how we can structure it in a proper manner. Okay, we need to check because in Google you can see that in the doc it is not going as directly. So if I come to this only, how to add mathematical equation in Canva docs. You can say that open here, you can see that click on apps in the search bar. Okay, alternative is using latex math app, which you can use in this one. So guys, I want to tell you one more thing. Here in Canva, like we also have something known as applications. Okay. And if suppose there is no direct feature to it, so what we can do is we can basically like install those apps and then we can use those features here. So that's why it is saying that if you go to like you can like install some latex math app where you can put the latex equation, automatically your like mathematical equation will become visible there. Okay, and you can say that type equations. So equations is also an app which you can get here. So I haven't explored it, but you can. But definitely it will provide you all those features. Okay, so you can see that there is an equation app which you can install it, and then I think we need to check like how we can use it. But definitely it is possible. Okay. So if, whenever you got stuck in any feature, you directly go to ChatGPT and open this search option and you can directly ask it here. Okay. Now here you can see that like suppose if I want to keep it in this manner only, and I have actually formatted it in this way. Okay. I have formatted it in this way. Okay. So suppose my document, you can say that like is actually ready in this way. Okay. Now also, now I want to improvise it. I want to improvise it more. Okay. So suppose like I would say one thing, like if I have some code, if I have some code, so what I'll do is add a explanation with this code as well. So now you can see that the explanation of the code has also been updated here. So it is just using the magic, right? Now, guys, what I want from you is what you need to do is that like you need to first, I'm creating a page here. So 1 second. So I'm giving you a task. Okay, task. And what you need to do is task is step one. Go to Canva. First, go to Chat GPT. Generate the content of your domain. And how you can generate the content of your domain is like if I come to this part, which I have used it to. So you already know that I was using this prompt. So you can use this kind of a prompt here. Okay, use this kind of a prompt. So this is your step one. And now what you can do is you can just write the step two. Step two is now uh, go to Canva Docs, copy the above generated content. And third step is format it. Okay. And now what I want is step three is format it. Now, what you can do is now after doing these two steps, so basically formatting, which I have done in the same way. So guys, you can also see a link here. Like here, you can also see a link. Okay. So if I click on this share, so you will see that there is a public view link. And if I copy this create public view link, and if I copy it, and if I just open it here, so you can see that like my whole document came here in this way. And I can also share you with in the chat. Okay. So I am also sharing it with you on the chat. So you can see that like you can directly, you can access it using this. Okay. Now what you want is, what you need to do is you need to do this task first. Okay. You need to do this task. And after that, like now I won't be able to convert, you won't be able to convert my PPT. It is something like a view link only. Now, what you need to do is you need to do all this task and you need to share the link. And how you can share it, go to share, and then you need to go to public view link, and then you need to share, copy it and save it and share on the chat. Okay. So just do it. Just do it quickly. Okay. So I'm just so just do it, do this task, go to Canva. Something is going wrong. Okay, so now here's the thing. I think if you want these offline, you can download it. Okay, the download is actually possible here. So if you want it actually in this way, and this is not a PPT, this is a doc. Okay, this is not a PPT. This is actually a doc. So just do it quickly. I'm just waiting. Okay, if you want to make a PPT, so basically that I'll talk about later. Okay, for now, just do these tasks. Okay, so like I'm not aware of this thing. Like suppose if you are asking from humanities like perspective, so what you can do is you can first give the role. If it is a, you can say that like suppose if I'm saying that like if I want some content for finance like stock market, then I will say that act as a finance expert. If I'm asking for a like a marketing, so like suppose if I'm creating a marketing content, then I'll be asking as act as a marketing expert. So in this way, basically, I'll be asking all this thing. Okay. So the main point here is always remember one thing when you are giving a prompt. So this is like a role you are giving. Okay. This is a role, and then you are giving a goal. Okay, what you need to do, and then you are giving a context. Okay. Then you are giving a context. So basically, there is a role which you are giving to it. Okay, what role you want to, because you are going to that expert now, and what you want. Here you will need to give it, and then you need to give your context. When we used to go to God, like what we used to do, like suppose when you go to any kind of temple or where places. So what you used to do, you used to say that like, hey God, you are everything. So first you are giving the role, and then you used to tell your goal. Okay, what you want, and then you also tell about yourself that yeah, like I'm a normal person, all this thing, you're giving your whole context. So imagine something like this. Like first giving a role, goal and context. बनाओ अब एग्जाम्पल बनाओ. Okay, nice. This is one PPT. I got it. Kind of doc. Okay. But you can do some formatting here. Okay. So some formatting you can do it here. So this is something like only copy edit and all these things are not good. So you can use the rewrite function. You can use the rewrite function. Okay. Develop a flowchart model. Yes, you can use using Magic Write. Okay, just you can try it out. And if it is not possible, you can just try search for some apps. I would say that like if you are stuck at any place, just go to GPT, open the search option and ask that, okay, how can I do this thing on Canva? Okay, so this will tell you if you are unable to find that feature directly. So what you can do is you can directly there. Okay, so this is like another one. And this is like another content created. Okay, so like guys, we can do some formatting here. We can just use Magic Write. Okay, all this thing we can. And if you explore more, you will find that there are Google Doc features are same like that here. You can find it. Okay, nice. Okay, another content which I got is I would like this is good. The content is good. I would say that also break it in parts. Okay, also break the pages. And the another thing I would recommend that like the table size is too long. Okay, you can use Magic Write to ask this. Okay, so Magic Write is something like when you are coming to this place, you know the Magic Write. Like suppose if you select this part, you can just click on this pen button and you can rewrite it, or you can give your custom prompt what change you want here. Automatically that part will get changed. Okay, got it? You can just select this part. Suppose here, if I'm doing like this page break, I'm breaking the page and then I am actually selecting everything here. Something here is going wrong. Whatever I'm trying to convert, it is okay. So guys, like this is how you can do it. Like you, if you want something like this, you can select it. You can use Magic Write, and that content will get accordingly. And whatever you want, okay, whatever things you want. If you want it more fun, more formal, accordingly that content will get updated. Okay. Now, if you want to convert this thing into a PPT, generally, like what happens, like Canva has a feature of like transforming into PPT also. But right now, like previously, a few months back, like I was using it, but suddenly that feature is not there directly. It's something like, but in it might be possible it is present in some countries and some it is not. But main point is like you can do something like this. So it will can convert into presentation outline and all this thing. Okay. But directly converting to presentation, like from some time, suddenly that feature is not there. Okay. So what we can do is I'm just giving you I'm telling you the alternative. Yeah, this is the pro version also. But like you can create PPTs and all this using normal version also. Okay. Suppose if I come to Canva. Now, suppose if you want to create a PPT. Suppose if you want to create a PPT, so I'm just telling you the shortcuts. Before that, I just want to tell you few small things. Like there is some all other features also. If you want to change the color, if you want to change the heading, and all these things are possible here. Okay, you can do all this thing using like these small features. Now, next thing is what I want is like if I take you to the Canva thing. So basically, if you go to Magic, so there is a option where you can transform your content into a design. And now what you can do is you can select it. Okay. But this is something like this is not actually suppose if I'm writing a detailed outline for a presentation. Okay. Or like convert into a complete presentation. But even there also, like if you convert into a doc, so what it will do, it will try to convert my content, like whatever is there, into that format. So you can see this, like it is actually converting in doc, but this is not actually a PPT. Okay, there was another feature. There was a feature like in previously in Canva. That was the third feature, which is to converting to proper presentation. Okay, and like I don't know like what happened, but the main thing is like what we are actually doing after that is I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you how you can use it. So you can directly come to presentation. If you open the presentation, and now so basically, what you can do is you can basically yeah, here in the design part, you can put a prompt. Okay, what kind of a presentation you want. So suppose if I am saying that I want a presentation on, suppose I'm saying that I want a presentation on Python session on conditional statements. Okay. Now in that case, what will happen? Suppose if I'm writing directly here, so what will happen? There is a magic feature here. So you can see that automatically the PPTs will get created for me. So let's see. Let's just wait. So this is through AI feature. You can see that this is a feature of magic design. So likewise, we were having a magic write. Similarly, we have magic design. And using magic design, what we can do is you can just put everything, your prompt here, and accordingly, it will create a complete presentation for you. So suppose if I am uh, like now here clicking on it, and if I'm saying that apply all 7 pages, so you can see that a complete presentation has been created for me. Okay. Now the point here is like it has actually created a presentation template for me. It has actually created a presentation template for me. Now, how we can improvise it? How we can improve this basically this presentation. So you can see that like we have all this thing. Now you can see that like there is also an animate feature. One student like one question is coming, why only 7 pages? It's just that like it is like all possible template which we can get. Okay, when you are saying na, like why only 7 pages, because you can see that each page is different, and now you can put your content there accordingly. But don't worry, we have an alternate option. Like if you want to just give your prompt and you want to create a final PPT, for that I'll show you the example. But now the one very important thing is like here, what you can do is you can add more feature to it. Like suppose if you want to say that like animate. Okay, if you want a kind of an animation in your own. So there is a one another AI feature which is known as magic animate. And if you click on this one, what it will do is it will add the animation into this PPT. And you can say that there is a digital animation which I can add it. So the digital animation has been added to each of the slides. So if I click on present, so I'll just show you. So you can see that kind of an animation is there. Okay. And how it happened? It happened like just, it's something like, one second. How this magic animate. So one second. So if you click on this animate, what will happen? Automatically that kind of an animation will get created. Okay. And that animation which it is creating, it is something like which is very new. Okay. Based on based on your template. Now another thing is you can also change the colors and all these styles of this one. Okay. Guys, most of the features of Canva are actually free. So do not directly jump into paid version. Okay. Paid version is something you can say that in paid version, there are some, you can say that some extra features. Some extra features like you can say that you can use these AI features like limited number of times. But that is fine. Like if you are creating a content, then you can try it out, then you can see that whether it is working for me or not. Okay. But frankly speaking, like if I'm talking about Canva is more good in like if I'm saying that if you're creating a structure. Okay. Likewise, we were working on creating the docs. We were improvising the document. We were giving a style to it using the AI feature. Okay, so I just want to take you to the next one. So this is, you can say that like when I'm talking about this PPT, I am also not very happy with that. Ki, like why can't we directly convert this doc into presentation? Previously, that feature was there. Okay. But suddenly from after some time, the feature they haven't like the feature was not there or something is missing with, you can say that like some restriction. But now I just want to show you the another app. I just want to show you the another app where you can create a high quality presentation. Okay. So this is like I saved it for the end. So I just want to show you. So what you can see that like this is a Gamma app. Okay. Now what you can do is like using Gamma app. So in the beginning I told you, I will be telling you about two apps. So one is the Canva and the second one is Gamma. So Gamma is like a best for creating, you can say that presentation. Like if you want to do more, like you can say that if I come to Canva and if you want to create like you can say that posters, if you want to create docs, if you want to style it, if you want to improvise your content, if you want to do all these things, so a lot of option you will get in Canva. And with Canva, there are a lot of AI features also exist there, okay, which you can use it. But if you want properly for presentation, if you want properly one thing for presentation, so what we can do is you can come to this gamma.app. And if I create here, if I come to this, if you just click on this create new, and you can see that you can generate the PPTs using these three things. So what you can do is you can create from notes, some whatever notes you have, you can create from a prompt. If you can write a prompt, it will generate a PPT for you automatically if you don't have the content. And third one is if you have any kind of file or URL or any kind of docs, okay, like PDF and all, from that it will actually create a PPT for you. Now, if I go with paste in text, so you know that like we have already created the content for Python in conditional statements. So what I'll do is I'll copy this content here. If I come to this one and if I copy this, all this thing, so you can see that whole content I've copied here. And now using this, what I can do is I can generate the PPT out of it. So now you can see that first it has actually created the cards. So my first PPT page will look like this. Second will be look like this. Third will be look like this. And now what I can do is I can add more cards. And in the cards, I can add the content, like whatever content I want to give. Okay, suppose if I'm saying that I want to give some task. I want to like say the kind of a thank you message. Suppose if I just want to say thank you. If I just want to say thank you. So this is a thank you page. This is a thank you page. Okay. So now you can see that these are the cards. Now what I can do is if I just click on continue, and if I click on, and here you can see that you can select your theme, whatever theme you want. And suppose if I'm selecting this one, or you can see the darker one. Now here, if I click on generate, now you can see that your PPT on that content which you have given, that will get created using that. Okay. And not only it has just generated the content, it will also create the images for you accordingly, the way like just following your content. Okay. It's not like the images will be relevant. So you can see that like the whole PPT has been created out of it. Okay. But one very important thing is, guys, I told you, it is not only about one thing. You have just given the prompt and okay, now everything will be done according to you. Okay. So in that case, what you can do is like you can see that there are some more features here. Like you can edit a particular card with an AI. So suppose if I found out that like this picture is not relevant with it. Okay. If this picture is not relevant with it, so what I can do is I can go to this and I can say that make this more visual. Okay. Now suppose if I'm saying that make this more visual, so what it will do is it will just update this like image for it. So you can see that accordingly, like it has actually added the image when I have just click on this prompt. So it is something like you can update the content here in this one. Okay. And now what I can do is if I just say that like if you want to, I'm saying that just improve the writing. So accordingly, it will update that content. But the content which it is referring, it is the same content which I was giving from my Notion doc. So you can say the doc, the whole content I have copied there, which is generated by PPT. Okay. So now you can see that how the styling has been done, how the quality of basically what is the quality of PPT which it has created. And the one very important thing is like still it's not like the content, the PPT which it is generating, it will be the final thing which you will be using it. You need to do some small modification. But now you can see that it is not that AI is completely saying that okay, you do not need to do not need to do like any kind of work, you need to do 0% of work. It's not like that. You need to do 10% of work, and that is something like giving giving some, you can say that like giving some improvements. Okay, what you want to improve, all this part. Okay, and accordingly just by giving prompts you can improve it, either improving the writing, making shorter simple language and all of. So guys, that's all for today. I hope now you got an understanding like how we are actually using this AI like for teaching, and how we can do the content generation, how we can improvise it. And Canva has certain features, but that is for some other thing, like when you're generating content, when you're improvising it. But when I'm talking about Gamma, Gamma is properly for just creating this PPT thing. No, Gamma is not free. For some time you can access it, okay, for few commands. But after that, like when your credits will gone, then you need to basically buy the subscription. But the subscription is not very, you can say that costly. Okay. So yeah, guys, over to you, Aman.
Thank you, Varun. I think it was a wonderful session, and but I need to hear it from our all the faculty members. How was the sessions, sir and ma'am? Okay, and I will share the feedback form, and I will share the poll which is going to be your attendance. This is the second lecture, right? First of all, let me again re-emphasize the rule of the FDP program. We are going to have 8 sessions together, and to get the certificate from iHub IT Patna, we need to attend at least 6 sessions, which will make sure that we are learning things, and it will make you eligible to get the change maker certificate and FDP training program certificate from IT Patna. So what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to launch the poll. I'll request Raza and Shlok, can you please launch the poll? Yes, this is the feedback poll that you can see on your screen. Please write down your name, your email ID, your phone number, then you can rate the class. And we have open one very important question here. As I have continuously, we have asked you guys to that you are the change maker because you are taking the first step in starting using the AI in your day-to-day life and becoming this, helping this nation becoming AI ready. But the next step is very, very important and crucial, which is the next level, the next generation, which is the student. How many students, those who are you are teaching, you think that they also wants to become the AI ready? So you can write down the percentage, and if you're not sure, you can write not sure yet. But please feel free to give your feedback there. And because the mission of IIT Patna IAB is very, very simple, we want the first layer, which is the faculty instructors, to become the AI ready. And then we want our students also to become the AI ready. What are we going to do for them? We will discuss it in the further classes. But today, please feel free to give your feedback here. And this will also mark as your attendance. And in the meantime, Shlok and Raza, can you please make me co-host so that I can see how many have already filled the feedback poll, and accordingly I can request all the dignitary faculty members and instructors to please fill the feedback poll. The poll is there on your screen. You can all see this thing on your screen. Right, if you are using it from mobile phone, as you all know that you can simply go and on your mobile screen, quick swipe right, and you can see that part. You can see the feedback poll there. And those who are unable to see the feedback poll, what we will do, we will share the link in some time also, where on the Google form itself, you can fill these questions, and we will take your questions there also. Right. And is there any, we have already shared the Google form. If you are not able to see the poll, then you can go to Google form And if you have already filled the poll, then you don't need to go for the Google form. Google form is only for the people who have not able to see or submit the feedback poll. I can see 1,000 faculty members have already filled the attendance form. That shows that like the sessions are really going great. I'm hopeful that the purpose is getting served, and the information and the learning for which all of you are coming here, all of you are getting this, if I'm not wrong. And don't worry, we are going to share all the recording on the WhatsApp community. So I believe all of you have joined the community. We will today again share the message to join the WhatsApp community. If you have not, basically, if you have not filled the form yet, if you have not joined the community yet, we will share the link of the WhatsApp community again to your WhatsApp numbers and your mail ID. In the meantime, I request all the faculty members, all the dignitary instructors, and the change makers. Basically, I say in the last meeting, I will address all of you as a change maker, because you are taking the first step in helping this nation is in becoming AI ready, right? So feel free to fill the form, and after that, the next step is definitely going to be your students. And what we can do, we will going to share that in some other meetings. But yes, this is useful for all the faculty members. I believe we have faculty members from different part of the country having different kind of specializations, and that is why we have tried to make these sessions as informative and as practical as we can. And those who have filled the feedback form poll, they can definitely leave. If you're not able to see the feedback poll, definitely you can go. We have already shared the feedback form also. If you're not able to see the poll, please go and submit the poll. Only one thing is necessary. Either you can submit it over the poll, or you can just submit it over the Google form. Both the things will be necessary. One thing, only one out of these two. If you can do that part, that will be great. Those who have filled, they can, yes, they can leave the sessions, definitely. Thank you so much. On a Saturday, it shows that you're already, all the people, those who are joining the sessions are putting a great efforts in learning. I can understand Saturday morning coming, learning. It's like getting a valuable time and investing in something. I'm hopeful that the investment is worth, and things that we are trying to uh, give, we are trying to teach is what you're getting. Timing for the next session, Professor Nitesh sir, it is going to be again Thursday, 2:30 to 4 p.m. is going to same as the last class. So Thursday and Saturday, we are going to have sessions, Thursday and Saturday, right? So you all know this part, and all the again information will be shared to you over the WhatsApp community, the lecture notes, and the recording will be shared to you over the WhatsApp community directly. WhatsApp chat link also we have given. If you are unable to, if you have not joined yet, you can already go for it. 1,200 faculty members have already filled the feedback form through the poll, and I'm not able to see the form response. So, but I believe those who have attended today's session, all of you, please fill the feedback poll. This is for your attendance criteria, and again, this will help us understanding how you are getting, how you're feeling about it. We will share the WhatsApp community link once again, Ramesh Saha sir, through to your Google mail, and we are also going to present the screen. Shlok, can you please share the screen of the QR code? Sheikh sir, I believe we have already shared
Sure,
the
Aman, just 1 minute.
Yes, Sheikh sir, we have already shared the WhatsApp, WhatsApp link to the mail. But on the chat also today we have shared once again, so you can definitely go there and fill it out. Yes, Nidhi ma'am, you will get certificate after the 8th session, after the 4 weeks. Today we are concluding the first week, 2 sessions we have done. And I believe this is something which is helping all the dignitaries, all the faculty members in learning and how they can utilize AI tools in enhancing their work. Anuradha ma'am, all the recording of the first session will be there on the WhatsApp community. Once you will get added into that part, you can always see the recording of the first session also. No, sir. Grayson, there is no separate attendance form. If you have filled the feedback poll, which is there on the screen, that is fine. Pratyam, if you have missed the first session attendance, we cannot undo that part. I will just request, please do not miss the attendance from the next session. You have to maintain minimum 6 attendance. Right. Okay. Shlok, in the meantime, I will request you. So on the WhatsApp community, I will request Shlok Sharma, please put one support ID where if any faculty member is having any suggestions or doubts, they can always mail us to that support ID, and we can take the things forward from there also. So we will
Sure,
give
Aman, sure.
support ID on the WhatsApp community itself, right, where we will help, we will understand more about what kind of challenges you are getting, and if you want us to include anything in the upcoming sessions, definitely we can add that part also. Yes, Himlata ma'am, recording of the first session will be there on the WhatsApp community. No, there's only one WhatsApp community. There's only one WhatsApp group where all of you will be there. Attendance, please Shlok, please share once again the attendance form. Dhansham sir is asking for it. And if you have already filled the feedback poll, this will consider as your attendance. So do not worry. If you already filled the feedback poll, this will be considering, we will consider that as your attendance. So I can see 53% faculty members are thinking their students, more than 75% students need AI, and 39% think that more than half of the class that they are taking needs AI. That is great. 80% faculty members are aligned with the fact that their students need to learn AI. How we can help them out? Definitely, we are going to reach out to you that how you can become the change maker and help creating the new change maker. But today, it's more about first, we, as we mentioned, if we want to inspire others, first we have to lead from by the example. We have to start using the AI for our work purposes, and then only we can ask the next level to start using the AI. So that is the purpose of this part. So definitely, please fill the feedback poll. Those who have joined the session, those who have attended the sessions today. So those who have already filled the poll, they can leave the sessions. We are done with the today's session. After this, all the information will be communicated to all of you through the WhatsApp community. If you're not on the WhatsApp community, do not worry. We will again share you the link today on your registered WhatsApp numbers and mail IDs. But please fill the feedback poll. And if you're not able to fill the feedback poll, then please fill the Google form. Both the things, and one of them, you can do that part. And if you've done them, then you can definitely leave the sessions. We are done for the today's session. Thank you so much, all the faculty members to join today's. The next session is going to held on Thursday, 2:30 to 4 p.m. Thank you so much. Shlok, you can take it from me.
Sure, Aman, thanks a lot. If any faculty has any queries, any issues, please mention that in the chat. We'll help you out. And meanwhile, everybody please complete the poll. In case you have completed the poll, you can leave the session. Not getting feedback poll. So, sir, I'm just dropping the Google form link and also the WhatsApp community link. So you can join from there. Just a second. Here is the Google form link in the chat. I've mentioned the WhatsApp community link in the chat, sir. So you can access it through that if you're not able to scan the QR code. And in case there is anything else, Raza, you can help them out. Thanks a lot all for attending today's session. The next session will be on Thursday. So looking forward to seeing all of you over there. And please join the WhatsApp community so that, all the information and updates you will be able to get over there. Okay. Thanks a lot, sir. Raza, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Shlok. I'll take it.